Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching this out there on the World Wide Web. This is Jeremy Geelan for SYS-CON TV. We're here at 11th Cloud Expo, Silicon Valley, as is Mark Sarbiewski from Clustrix. Welcome, Mark.
Thank you very much. Great to be here.
Clustrix has been making an awful lot of noise at this show, Mark, in all the best possible ways. What if someone doesn't know what you guys are doing? How are we going to catch them up with that?
Well, in a line, we are a scale-out SQL database and really perfect for big data and the cloud.
Yeah, that was a line, and a very good one. That's why you're making all the noise. Has it been working for you, the kinds of people we've been bringing to you at the show?
The show has been actually sort of the perfect marriage, right? People are here to try to figure out, how do I deal with the cloud and big data together, right? And the big data is breaking the legacy database architecture, and the cloud doesn't like the legacy database architecture either. So, you know, it's not about bigger machines, it's about how do I scale out on commodity compute to make it all work.
So it becomes a technique as much as anything. You've got to approach it that way or you're just not going to handle it.
That's right. It's really about that distributed computing model, and what Clustrix has done is taken what the beauty of the relational database and re-architected it for the distributed computing world.
So let's back up a bit then, people, and tell people about Clustrix. So, you know, it's an engineering play as much as anything. You guys are smart and you've cracked a conundrum that other people would love to have cracked.
Well, that's right. I mean, the relational database was really designed 40 years ago. And it's beautiful because it abstracts the data. There's a lot of power in a relational database, but it was designed to run on one machine. Fundamentally, it was designed to run on one machine. Well, with the sizes of data that everybody's dealing with and the velocity of it today, you can't buy a machine big enough. So you have to change the way you do all that computing to take advantage of lots of little machines in parallel. So that was the big engineering feat with Clustrix.
And has it been born simply to do this particular problem, or do you have a pedigree on solving other things, either the team or the company?
It's a great question. The founder of Clustrix, one of the two, was the founder of a company called Isilon. And Isilon Systems went public and it got bought by EMC, and what they did was scale out storage. Okay. So the very first problem of big data is, where do I put all this stuff? And so what they figured out was, it's not about bigger machines there either, it's about many, many machines working together and parallelizing that. So that was the heritage. And every customer turned around and said, I love that you solved my storage problem. Can you solve my scalable database problem as well?
So there is a real pedigree there.
That's right, absolutely.
Now, people who can't get to Cloud Expo, shame on you, by the way, but there's one or two people in the world who didn't get here and they go to Clustrix.com. What would you advise them to look at in terms of resources that really make your case and show you to be the pioneers of all of this?
Yeah, so I think I'd point to two things, right? There's a number of technical resources and some easy to consume ones. Some videos we put together that talk about why the architecture is fundamentally different and why that yields results. And then the other thing, and anybody should do this on any website, where are the customer stories? Who has used this for real and really proven it out? And one that a new customer of ours is Rakuten in Japan, major internet commerce provider, presented on our behalf at a show recently, and they have an unbelievable story proving it out. It's their words, not ours, and I'd look for that every time.
Fantastic. Personal invitation from Mark Sarbiewski. That sounds like exactly the way to sell your company. We don't need to, it sells itself.
That's right. The customers, you know, I'm the run marketing and products, but the customers do a better job telling our story than anyone else will.
Well, only when it's good stuff, Mark. Right. So it clearly is. Go to Clustrix.com, Mark up on his invitation, and you'll be convinced. Thanks for joining us.